So let's dive into Farid's Fretboard Mastery System. One of the things that I always hated about so many guitar books was the way scales and each position had a different numbering system. Well, there was, I remember one book that had a system scale A and then A-2 and then B-3, and I got so confused memorizing the numbers. The truth is the guitar itself is a grid, and it has its own inherent geometry. And if we follow that geometry, we're going to have a very easy time mastering the fingerboard. The first thing we notice about the guitar, let's look down at the fingerboard here, is that it is tuned in 2-octave chunks. So we can very easily play a 2-octave scale from the low E string to the high E string. We're always going to be able to go to the lowest point in the guitar and get to the 12th fret where the notes start to repeat over again. So if we start from the lowest point and go up to the 12th fret, we've covered everything. We've left no stone unturned, and I think that's very important in mastering anything, is to really be complete about our study. We're going to start, first off, playing 2-octave scales, because that's the most essential part and essential geometry of the guitar itself. Once we've played 2-octave scales in all keys, then we're going to go through and play 1-octave scales. 1-octave scale starting from the E string, from the A string, from the D string, and from the G string. The reason we do that is because we want to divide the guitar not only vertically with our 2-octave scales, but horizontally with our 1-octave scale, so we can move up and down the neck very easily. And in fact, how often do we really play a 2-octave scale in music? Most of the time, our explorations are going to be within an octave or a little more. So if we have all over the neck mapped out the 1-octave scales, we're going to be very comfortable. Once we've mapped out the 2-octave and 1-octave scales, we're going to dive into perpetual motion, which I gave a little demonstration of earlier. And you'll find that once you've gone through the 2-octave and 1-octave scales, perpetual motion is really a very natural next step and not nearly as difficult as it might seem at first. Let's now look at the 2-octave major scales and their fingerings on the guitar.